It's Monday, May 12th, 2025. Breaking news tonight. The US and China just sliced tariffs from a screaming 125% all the way down to a polite 10%. Why? Because apparently Geneva isn't just for fondue and numbered accounts. It's now a conflict resolution spa. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent called the talks productive and the venue equanimous.
We will be giving details tomorrow, but I can tell you that the talks were productive. I spoke to President Trump, as did Ambassador Jameson last night, and he is fully informed of what is going on.
Which roughly translates to, nobody flipped the fondue pot. The fentanyl tariffs remain, because nothing says modern diplomacy like synthetic opioids and import taxes. The markets, euphoric. The Dow leapt 840 points. Oil spiked. Nasdaq's doing Olympic qualifiers. And Bitcoin just chilling at 104K, unbothered, sipping its digital scotch, waiting for something real. Let's be honest. This wasn't a deal. It was a delay. The usual fiat theater. Start a fire. Panic the markets. Pretend to fix it. Cash the check. I'm Max Voltz, and this is CryptoWars, where diplomacy means delaying disaster just long enough to spike the stock market. And while the global elites were shaking hands in Geneva, the Trump family was busy turning Bitcoin into their next reality show spin-off. Eric Trump has officially entered the hash war, launching American Bitcoin, trading under the ticker ABTC, because nothing says decentralized future like a Trump family IPO. Eric's calling himself Chief Strategy Officer, which I assume means tweeting pictures of mining rigs with bald eagles in the background. But don't be fooled. This isn't just about hash rate. It's about headlines. We won the space race. Now we're going to win the crypto race, he said. Somewhere, Buzz Aldrin is weeping into his tang. Let's not forget, this is the same clan that launched Dollar Trump, the meme coin that promised steak dinners and maybe a selfie, if you hodled through the nonsense. If you like nationalism, fossil fuels, and block rewards, ABTC might be your vibe. But don't ask too many questions about audits. And Bitcoin? Still sitting at 104K, arms crossed, like, cool story, bro, next block, please. And while the Trump fam was mining for clout, the real Bitcoin whales were making moves that actually matter. Quietly stacking more sats than some countries have GDP. Metaplanet and Strategy, yes, that's MicroStrategy with a fresh haircut, just scooped up 15,000 Bitcoin for a casual $1.5 billion. Michael Saylor alone now holds nearly 570,000 BTC. That's not a treasury, it's a digital war chest. And Metaplanet, they just leapfrog El Salvador. Private companies are now stacking harder than entire governments. Welcome to the New World Order, brought to you by multi-sig wallets. Let's be clear, this isn't a trade, it's an exit strategy. Fiat's leaking value like a busted pipe, and the smart money's loading cold wallets. And while some stack, others are scheming up new ways to financialize the blockchain beast. Trump's crypto advisor, David Bailey, just pulled the ultimate plot twist, launching Nakamoto Holdings and merging it with a healthcare company called Kindly MD. Yes, apparently, Bitcoin now cures economic instability and back pain. Their mission? Create a global Bitcoin native treasury network. They've already raised $710 million and plan to securitize Bitcoin into equity, debt, and hybrid financial mutants. This isn't a crypto startup. It's an infrastructure blueprint for Wall Street's Bitcoinification, and it's coming faster than your financial advisor can say custody solution. And finally, just when the simulation couldn't get any glitchier, Conor McGregor has entered the presidential ring. Not the UFC octagon, not a press tour, Ireland's actual presidential election. And what's his platform? Bitcoin, for the people. McGregor's latest stunt, policy proposal, is a national Bitcoin reserve. Because obviously, nothing says sound fiscal policy Like a guy who once threw a dolly through a bus window, now pitching sovereign monetary strategy. Power to the people's money, he says. Translation: please forget about my failed crypto project and those court cases. Let's not forget, his last crypto effort, Real, flopped harder than a Dogecoin Super Bowl ad. Raised under 400K in 28 hours. That's not a pre-sale. That's a GoFundMe for a gym remodel. But that's not stopping our Irish Bitcoin Spartan. He's sliding into DMs with Pompliano, texting Trump's crypto guy, and hosting X Spaces like he's already sworn in. Now let's be real. The odds of Ireland green-lighting a Bitcoin reserve run by a man with a meme coin resume and active legal issues? Slim. But in 2025, the odds of that mattering? Also slim. The nation-state Bitcoin game is heating up. El Salvador, Bhutan, and now, maybe Dublin? Whether you like it or not, Bitcoin has left the basement and entered the palace, even if the new king shows up in Gucci fight shorts and a Twitter Spaces invite. I'm Max Voltz, and this is CryptoWars. Stay sharp, stack hard, because when the system collapses, only code survives.